Hello, I'm back. Fully survived surgery. I was in for surgery last Saturday, and Practice Plus group, and they were absolutely world class. Andrew Flood, the surgeon, and his team, cannot thank you enough. They were absolutely the nuts. The aftercare, the job he's done, everything about this, you know, the care I received in there. It's a Royal South Hants Hospital in Southampton, Hampshire. Fantastic. I've got to have the left one done. I'll pop a picture of my X-ray. I've had the right one done, just there, and I've got to have the left one done in a few months. Am I looking forward to it? Like fuck I am, but at least I know what to expect now. I'm not going to lie, the 48 hours in there were probably the most brutal of my life. You go in there, and there's a lot of you have probably had surgery before, but you go through and you're anaesthetized and all that lot, and you're out of it. You don't know what's going on. It's all really surreal. And then you sort of, they don't give you a general anaesthetic. They give you an epidural, a local, and then a sedative. So it's really bizarre because you can't feel anything from the waist down. All you ladies that have had babies will probably relate to this. But literally you're on the slab and you think you're laying flat, but you look up and your knee is an inch from your face. And that was really bizarre, where the surgeon was sort of manoeuvring me around. That was quite spooky. But anyway, they sedated me, and I was only out, because the anaesthetist, that took about an hour to get that all sorted. And then they sedated me, and I was literally only out for about 15 minutes. And the whole operation, the dude only took 59 minutes to do a complete hip replacement. It was phenomenal. But I came round out of the sedative after 15 minutes. So what they do is they put a sheet over your head, and you're literally there, and then the anaesthetists are checking on you all the time. And I've literally come to, and I'm like, I can hear everything they're saying. I can hear the drill, the hammer, the saw. I'm like, mate, it's like Bob the Builder's really on my body. It was really interesting to hear. And I mean, obviously, because it went well, it was good to hear what the guys were saying about the operation, and it was all positive stuff. You know, I only lost 400 millilitres of blood. Everything was absolutely spot on. The leg lengths are spot on. Everything was really good, positive stuff I was hearing. But you know, a little bit weird when you can actually hear what's happening, but also you're still slightly sedated. So it's like, because I don't drink, it's like you've had a few beers. So you're trying to join in the conversation with the surgeon and his team and the anaesthetist while you're under this sheet, and so you're probably nothing more than a nuisance to them, like the nuisance drunk, you know, in the pub. So I literally pulled the blanket down and started trying to have a conversation with the surgeon, who was just awesome. And he's obviously told the anaesthetist, look, get rid of this plonker. And they put the sheet back over my head. But then the anaesthetist came round and was chatting to me as they were finishing up. So it was really cool, really cool. Then they put you in recovery. Then they put you into the ward when they think you're stable. History of DVT in my family, so they kept me in overnight. But I didn't want to go home anyway, to be honest. There was after something so scary happening. It was really scary, and you know, I'm not going to lie, I was terrified leading up to this. Anyone that says that ain't, they're lying. So anyway, they put you in the ward, and it's private, but not private. It's a private company that did it. So it's a really small ward. There was 4 of us in there. 2 went home, and it was just me and one other guy left in there. And he was a really good chap, and probably we couldn't have had 2 better people to get on with and get us through the night. That 48 hours, most brutal in my life, without a doubt, because then all your anaesthetics are wearing off and the darkness falls, and the both of you, where you're so full of meds, you just want to throw up. You're so nauseous and scream in pain. So he was screaming and throwing up. I was screaming. I managed not to throw up, which I wish I had done, really, but you know, it was hard. And they'd come back in, top you up with more drugs and things like that. But anyway, it's you just they get to the stage where they can't fill you up with any more drugs, so they stop answering the buzzer, which you understand really. Anyway, so yeah, you get through that night. And I remember saying to Mark, the lad that was opposite me, Mark, we're going to get through this, and he said the same. And oh my word, it was, yeah, it's not fun. And then the next day, you just feel sick as a pig, where you're full of the meds, and they're giving you anti-sickness drugs, but I don't even think they touch the sides really. And do you know the most disappointing bit about it is the food was awesome in there, right? And I said to Bear, my wife, I said, they brought me this fantastic cottage pie and it was sat steaming in front of me. And I had my sick bowl, that's my sick bowl, but I keep my meds in it now. And I literally was there with my sick bowl having a spoonful of me cottage pie, and I'm like, I had to give up in the end. And it's haunted me so much. I've got Bear, she's going to get me five cottage pies, so I can have 5 days of cottage pie now to make up for the, I'll tell you, that scarred me internally, that did, that not having that cottage pie. But anyway, that was, yeah, so I'm back. And anyway, my wife, Bear, she works at Waitrose, so she gets me one of these every day, which is fantastic, really good reading. In between doing my physiotherapy, and I'll be doing this for about a year, and you do it all in bed and on bed for the first 3 weeks, and then the rest of the time a lot of it's done standing. I've got to be honest, Bear doesn't actually know this, but I've just read in this book I should be doing it 4 times a day, and I've only been doing it once a day. So tomorrow, Bear, I promise, I'm going to be 4 times a day with a physio.
Okay.
Yeah, I will. She's fantastic nurse. She should have been a nurse, I tell you. She's been her life as cabin crew and in the beauty industry, but she should have been a nurse. Anyway, so that's my physio and stuff. There's my blood pressure monitor. I do that every day, twice a day. My meds, do you know what? I've taken myself off my pain relief now during the day, and I'm literally just taking pain relief at night and in the morning, and coupled with that I have my blood thinning stuff, anti-clotting tablet, and my gastro thing. So yeah, there's my meds, but as I said, I'm trying not to take meds during the day now to give myself a break. I just do my walking and my physio and put my P's on there. There's my wee pot there if I can't make it to the bathroom. But the real big positives, and I was high-fiving myself a couple of days ago, I've perfected the art of having a shower, because I've got my crutches there and I've got all sorts of gizmos I've got off Amazon, and a special like baby's high chair thing that you sit in for people that have had surgery, so I can sit at the table and feel like I'm part of the family and have my tea and then hoddle off back in here. But yeah, I've got my crutches I keep here, so, and I've got Bear, you've got to show them this. Underneath here, look at this. I've got this little thing here, so I can lift my gammy leg up, so I can fling it over the edge and fling it back again when I've gone for a walk and gone to the shower. All little gizmos like this. But yeah, I'll get on my crutches. I've got a system now. Blast down to the bathroom. I leave my crutches at the door. I'll get my Zimmer frame. I'll reverse down to the toilet. I'll get it just the right position. I can lower myself down. Job's a good one. Mate, it's painful on that right buttock, I'll tell you, on the seat. But I've perfected the art of the number 2s now, and that is a result, because obviously they fill you so full of meds it shuts your system down. So that, and having a shower, because luckily we've got a walk-in shower, so my Zimmer frame fits in the shower, and the first shower Bear gave me, but I'm now confident enough I can get in the shower and shower myself. So they are 2 massive positives. So I thought I'd share that with you. But yeah, anyway, and this, I'm flitting from one thing to the other because I'm so excited about the progress with the hip. The pain, honestly, goes down every day. It goes down by a notch or 2 every day, the pain. So I'm pretty sure I'm doing everything right. Now this, for those of you that are going to get on the investment trail, you are, aren't you? You've got to. This is going to become my new best book that I recommend. How to Own the World, Andrew Craig. You've got to get this. I ain't even read it, but a man with his finger on the pulse, been in the industry all his life. The reviews are awesome. Skip through it, top notch. You've got to go get this. And then my light reading, my stepson Frankie, who's in the RAF, Cammy, Chris Kamara. Now, when I was a kid in the mid-70s and he first played for Pompey at Fratton Park, he was only 16, 17, he was one of the first players I ever saw. Really, really interesting story. Fantastic bloke. Really humbling, you know, tough life he's had and what he's had to overcome with apraxia. So really heartwarming story, this one, you know, a tough upbringing, and he's an awesome character. He's an institution, a British institution, a bit like Frank Bruno. So yeah, that's my light reading. Anyway, I'll be back shortly to annoy you all again. But I wish you all, I'm still in Christmas mode, because don't forget, I'm like a week behind because I was all in the zone with the hospitals and all that. So in my head, I think it's Christmas still. I've got my happy Christmas pyjamas on. I'll tell you what, these were actually bought by Gordon Ramsay. Not these ones, but he bought these. So yeah, I just want to wish you all a happy, healthy and prosperous 2025, and thank you for your continued support and all the support you've given me in 2023 and 2024. And I look forward to seeing you all early part of this year. I'll speak to you all later. Bully out.
This is just a quick opportunity to say a few thank yous as well to the Practice Plus team. Some of the names I can't remember, and you know that I think you did an awesome job, and thank you to you guys. There was Maddie, the nurse in the ward. There was Jill, the nurse in the ward. There was Kiri in recovery. She was awesome. There was Dean, the Kiwi physio. Brutal but fair. Hi, Dean. And then there was another guy, another physio that was fantastic, and you have to jump through hoops with your crutches and your Zimmer frame, and I couldn't do my crutches because I felt sick. So in the end, he walked by the side of me with my sick bowl while I showed the nurses that I could go up and downstairs and do stuff with crutches. So thank you, one and all.